Hello. I'm early. How is everybody? How are you? I'm going to spin today too. Unless my wheel is noisy, then I don't know what I'm going to do. What's up? I just figured I'd start early because I needed to get this thing unbraided and get going. Okay, I did it. I did it. What's up? I'm live.
Right.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
John came down.
Hey, everybody.
He said hi.
Did you want to chat fast?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Okay. Nope, Tanya's here. Carrie said, am I the only one here? Thank you, babe. What's the matter? Carrie said hi, John.
Hi, Carrie.
He said hi. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. How is everyone? He thought he was going to catch me before I was live, and it was just like too late. Lisa, I'm so sorry I didn't get with you about this weekend. This week just got away from me. I promise you. In fact, I'll talk to you sometime later today after this about it. I want to talk to you about it anyways. Hello, Lori and Lori. And Jean and Bev. Oh, you're great now. Jean said, great now that I'm with my peeps. This is, somebody said pretty. It is the yak silk from Deep Dyed Yarns. Somebody lives really close. I can't remember who it is. It might have been Vivian. I'm not sure. Okay, I am sorry. I can't even, Lisa said, it's all good, ma'am. We'll talk. I don't really feel like I even have an excuse. Like, I just feel like this week just got away, ran by me. I don't know. And there's no leader on my darn bobbin. I got one right here. How lucky am I? Oh, Chris, are you not going to make it? Oh, you're here now. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even, I really truly feel like I do not have an excuse. How did I pick out a bobbin with no leader on it? Seriously? You too, Chris. Honestly, Lori's will conquer the world. Has it been a crazy time for you? Lisa said it's been a crazy time. I don't know if that means for me or for her. Lisa, has it been crazy for you? And my band just came off, so I'm going to have to duck down and get my band back on. And squeeze my dog. Maybe I'll just sit here and chat. Oh, Tanya. How are you feeling, Tanya? What a good person on the treadmill. I am wonderful, Dawn. How are you? Dawn just said, hi, Trish. Hi, how are you doing today? Elizabeth, look at you guys. What's everybody working on? You know what? Carrie asked how Lou's doing. How are you doing, Carrie? He hasn't done anything weird since. And I'm watching him really closely and going to definitely talk to the doctor probably pretty soon. He needs to go in soon anyways for like his regular stuff. So I'm going to talk to the vet when we go. Hello, Diane. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Oh, Lisa said, oh, maybe my treadmill needs me to watch from there too. I was watching something on the treadmill and I was only allowing myself to watch while I was on it. And I can't, it's been so long I can't even remember what it was. Hi, Valerie. Oh, Dawn's watching the Wafa sale. Lori asked how I'm feeling. Was I sick? I feel okay. I feel good. I feel like a crazy person. Cindy, hi. Elizabeth said, way to make me feel bad, Tanya, as I sit here eating Cheez-Its and drinking cherry Coke. Oh, he's fine. He's doing really well. Oh, the Burberry. I should have definitely worn a different color so that you could see him. He's like disappearing. Carrie said, Lock and Key, Ted Lasso. I love me some Lock and Key. Tanya said, good job you came on. The treadmill is boring. You are not. That's why usually if I am going to set myself up on the treadmill with something I'm only allowed to watch when I'm on it, I watch something with subtitles because that on top of watching it will so it occupies my mind so much that it makes the day go by or the time go by really, really fast. Oh, and I can't read subtitles while I knit. Well, I can while I knit if it's plain, but a lot of times I can't. Gary said, I'm eating pistachio fluff. Oh, I didn't get John any fluff this year. And shooting caramel vodka. But no guilt because she's spinning to burn calories. I would love to see a picture of that, Carrie, when you're done spinning it or during the spinning. We were just talking about what she's spinning. So what is everybody else doing? Do not shoot caramel vodka and then get on the treadmill. Don't do that. I haven't tried it, but I'm just saying don't do it. Hi, Chris and Rowena. How are you? Driving the last 5 hours, so I'm in bed and not sure how long I'll last. Oh. I don't blame you. You guys are funny, though. Okay, let me see if I can get this band on. I'm going to have to scooch my friend over for a minute. I'm sorry. Just for a minute. Just for a minute. Okay, sorry. Like the top of my head while I do this. Where were you, Rowena, that you were driving so long? Oh! I know exactly what Carrie's spinning. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys. Okay, that was like who's on first. Come on. Okay, so Teresa's spinning one called Sleigh Bell. And Carrie's spinning one called Sleigh Bells Ring. Okay, and this is the one I'm going to spin. What is my life? I don't know. Jessica said, love the purple. Sherry said, hi, I'm playing the South Down top. It is so pretty. You know what? I didn't love spinning that, but I did love the final yarn. Oh, Valerie's making a tree. Aren't they nice? They go so fast. Okay. Margarita said, I'm working on the Chari, I'm guessing. Stole. Had to pull it out because I kept forgetting to increase on one side. And so it was not symmetrical. Darn. Jody said, I'm going to do some paper quilling. Okay. I've never tried that, but I've seen a lot of it. It's so cool. I've seen some really cool stuff just lately. I don't know why it's coming up in my feeds and stuff all of a sudden. But yeah, I'm gonna do my cards this week too, I think. But they won't be quilled. They'll just be paper, paper craft. They were cute last year. I still have no idea this year what I'm gonna do, but oh, and also Rhonda posted something in the Facebook group, if you guys are in there, about, if your traditions are not Christmas, like Hanukkah, anything, whatever your holiday traditions are, please feel free to post about them. Everyone's welcome. I mean, my traditions are Christmas, so that's what I post about, but, everyone's welcome. So Chris said, I've been slaying the reed with 232 ends of 3-2 cotton. For some towels, we'll thread the heddles later today and wind on. You do that all in one day? Woo! Okay, 3-2. I'm not sure if I know 3-2, how thick is that? Valerie said, what colors are in Sleigh Bell? Rowena said, went to the airport in Perth, Western Australia to pick up my niece. How fun. My son's wedding next weekend. Oh my goodness. And all our family and friends have started to arrive. There will not be any spinning this week. I'm sorry. Susie Q said, just finished epoxying cups and now I'm working on the collar of my favorite fade cardie. Susie, I'm fascinated by that. Lori M said, my sock blanks finally came. Now I'm nervous to dye them. I want to try so many things. Lori, I got my knitting machine going this week, made some sock blanks. That's what you're going to see on Tuesday with me. Margarita, you're funny. Margarita said, are you done with my towels yet? I think I'm going to be done weaving tomorrow. My stepmom saw them and she was like, I need 2 of those. So, but there should be 12 on this warp. So, fingers crossed, I get a whole 12 out. Ooh, okay. Carrie said, Valerie, deep green, red, and gold with some bare spots on the Downy Downpour blend. I figured that would be kind of cool in there. It's almost like you get a little silver, too. Tanya said, going to blend the fiber from the ends I bought from you. I still can't believe you did that, Tanya. Later. Elizabeth's on vacation. You lucky. In crazy cold Maine, sitting by the fire, sipping wine and bringing New England clam chowder. Too tipsy to do anything fiber related. Oh, you lucky. I know, I'm sorry, Tanya. Tanya said it's hard to type while walking. It's always awkward to get going when Luther's in my lap. Oh, well, I wonder why. Carrie said she got it from my shop. She did. In fact, Carrie, that didn't even make it into the shop, did it? I was saying it was gonna go in the shop, and she was like, wait, hey, I need that. Because you saw it in another video, didn't you? It's snowing here too. Margaret Thomas said hello from the snowy Nottingham, England. It's snowing here. I don't think you can quite see if I turn you towards the window, but we have snow on the ground. And, I mean, I think it's supposed to stay a few days. Oh, okay, I did post it. I don't remember that. I swear. My memory lately. I've got 24 braids to post tomorrow. Finally. Hello, Brenda. There, maybe I'll have it right now. Can she make her wheel spin? I've been spinning on the Minstrel. I'm keeping it, by the way. Hey, Crystal. Have you been knitting anything for the troll? For troll? It's not the troll. Susie said Wyoming has been very unusually unsnowy. Susie, we saw a house while we were there that was for sale. We just drove past it. And it was like, I mean, it was nothing we're going to buy. It was like $4 million. And it just came down $250,000. And I told John, I was like, our house is practically within reach in Wyoming. That's a joke. That's not. Carrie said, I mean, I did see it in another video. Told you I wanted it when you posted. You said it was just up and I ran like Forrest Gump. That's right. Now I do remember. Elizabeth said, oh gosh. I'm new to weaving, dressing my loom with miles of warp. I'm totally amazed at how different my towels look with the exact same warp. Each towel I pull out 2 new colors and just weave. So fun. I love doing that too, Elizabeth. To me, changing up the weft can change it so much that it's like, it's almost like magic. It's weird, but it's so cool. Valerie said, does that mean it's all gone? Valerie, which are you talking? Are you talking about the sleigh bells ring? What? I don't know. There is a new Christmas colorway going in the shop called Audrey tomorrow. So, hello, Kristen. No snow yet, you lucky. Hello, Elizabeth. Crystal said I'm spinning up the other half of that roving. Oh, of Troll Socks roving? Crystal said South Dakota has been unseasonably warm and unsnowy. Crystal, don't say that out loud. Susie said it's cheaper. I place like Sheridan, Buffalo, or Laramie. I avoid Jackson. It is not affordable for normal people to live there. Yeah, it was between Jackson and I can't remember. It was in like Durant. We're not buying it. I was just joking. But it's really cool. Alright, this darn wheel is making noise. It's okay, baby. I scared him. Hey, Tracy and Amanda. Look at you guys. Okay, is that annoying? Be honest. Oh, also. Is it? Because I am getting a tiny little... That's probably making noise. I'm sorry. I'm getting a tiny little click. There too. Oh, Carrie's only like, I don't know, an hour and a half away from me maybe. Gosh, this stuff is hard to draft. How is everything, Lori, where you and I think Tracy's around there too, right? How is everything there? Because you had terrible flooding, right? I don't know, Chris. Someone help me. I honestly do not know. Oh, I do know. I'm lying. I can fix that. Okay, Jean said it's fine. So I have an older matchless, and some of my bobbins are from a different like iteration, and they're a tiny bit shorter, and so while I'm spinning they go like this just a little bit and they click. So I just have to put a little like wool washer in there. You know. Okay, so you're even further, Carrie, than that. 2.5 hours from us, probably. A little more than maybe 3. Depends on what direction. I thought you were like in Lansing. Ooh. Don't you love that, Laura? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Our dishwasher died this week. Oh, Kim, I can't believe it. Kim said, I want a new spinning wheel so bad. I bought all of mine used and there's only 2 I use out of 4. I tried selling the other 2 and no bites. What a bummer. Okay, so Lori said we have constant rain in my area. The rivers are high. I don't know what does holing mean. Here we go. That's a little bit better. Maybe I'm just not meant to spin today. Oh, Kimberly said, It's a sad day here. My peach-faced lovebird Jackie passed away this morning. I'm sorry. And, oh my goodness. And my mini schnauzer Rose just had cancer surgery last Tuesday. I'm crying over my fur. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. It's a little bit better. Oh. Man, this stuff is like compacted. Hang on. It's okay. We were still under warranty. We bought the extended warranty, and so the guy came out, but we have to just, it's going to take like 2 weeks to get the part, but it's fine. Crystal, as far as I'm concerned, Crystal said, oh, holding. Okay. Oh, I know why I'm having trouble. Ugh, forget it. I'll tell you what. Crystal says it now socially acceptable to wear Christmas pants in public. I almost wore Christmas pants here, like pajamas. Oh. Hi, Mary. Amanda said yes to Christmas pants. Hi, Julie. Kim said, I don't mind the sound of the spinning wheel. All makes me want to spin. I'm crocheting today. Woo. Kim said, fiber therapy with my tribe is what I need today because nothing cures puffy eyes like some wool, right? That's so true. Uh-oh. Sorry, YouTube just sent me a little message. I was checking it. I know, Kimberly, I'm sorry. So your dog didn't pass, right? It had surgery. Not saying that that's not still hard. Just Crystal said, yay, because I like these leggings and I had planned on staying home, but that got flushed. Just wear them. You're festive. I grew up too with birds, Kimberly, so I mean, I know how attached you can get to your bird. I'm so sorry. My mom loves them and she always had them in the house. Carrie said, I don't have Christmas pants, but I have a Disco T-Rex Christmas sweater. I already wore it this season. I don't know why I'm rushing Christmas this year. I don't usually, but Mary said, I almost forgot I was watching old dog shows with Penelope. Turned it on and she was fixated. Oh, fun. Interesting. Margaret said, I finished the first white-faced woodland sock and it seems much softer than the Southdown. Did you wash your Southdown? Because I noticed that it got a lot softer after I washed it. Oh, Kimberly, fingers crossed for you and your dog. I mean, you've been through a lot already this week. Diane said anytime after Thanksgiving is acceptable for Christmas stuff. But I started early because our Thanksgiving was early. Excuse me. Elizabeth said I finished my grin without a cat shawl. I don't think I know what that is. Yesterday and started on a mosaic patterned dish towel. That's awesome. Hi, Lana. Long time no chat. Eileen said super excited. Finally finished spinning up another batch of Dorset horn so I could finally finish knitting up my color work. Ooh. Oh, good. They're done. So, did you post a finished picture? I saw pictures while you were working on them, I think. Oh, yeah. Tanya said I don't get to wear Christmas sweaters, jumpers at Christmas time. It's too hot here. There's parts of the U.S. that are too warm for sweaters. So, Amanda said I don't have Christmas pants. Just nightmare before Christmas. I think that's it. Carrie said she's also rushing Christmas. It's been a rough year and Christmas is fun. I think like the twinkle lights and the music, Margaret said I can't wash them. They're on his feet. I think that I just really needed the joy part, the happy Bing Crosby part of Christmas. No problem. Oh. Kimberly said, we're going to have her cremated. Is it okay for me to ask for her feathers to spin into yarn, or is that too macabre? First of all, you don't have to tell them what the reason is. And second of all, whatever helps you with your grief, whatever helps make you feel like she's still with you, or, you know, you still have some of her with you, or, you know, however you're thinking about it, is good. We should normalize, I think, in our society, doing things that help us deal with our grief, and not judging people for it. So I think if it makes you feel better, you should do whatever you need to do. And who cares what they think? Who cares what anyone thinks? Right? Tanya said, but barbecues on the beach are fun. That would be very fun. Lana said, I wanted to pop in, say hi, and give everyone hugs. I can't stay. It's my mom's 81st birthday and my parents' 62nd anniversary. Wow. Elizabeth said, I am. Luther blends into your shirt so much, it looks like you're petting the air in front of you. Oh, Julie said, just finished plying Cheviot sock yarn, so Marley. Really? Carrie said it in the candlelight and snuggling in the light of the tree. We've been snuggling a lot because it's been so cold. Mary said the same thing. Kimberly, I don't think so, and if someone else does, it doesn't matter. Julie said, Kimberly, that sounds lovely. Amanda said, Trisha, I need holiday spirit too. I'm super excited for Christmas this year. Oh, that's awesome. Susie said, my husband finally let me put up our tree yesterday. I've been trying to put it up since Halloween. Eileen said, Margaret Thomas, I've really fallen in love with whiteface woodland since I started the wool exploration. Have used it in colorwork mitts. Haven't tried it in socks as my samples did felt. Interesting. Elizabeth said, I still have cat toys and collars from cats that have passed. We still have some collars too. I think keeping some feathers would be a nice reminder. See? Kimberly said, I just have visions of her hopping around in heaven naked. Makes me laugh and cry. That makes me a little choked up. Oh, bye, Jean. Thanks for coming for a little while. If any of you guys were here, oh my gosh, the snow, it's really snowing. If you were here during, what was the 3-week thing I did where I was live every day? That was insane, by the way. What was I thinking? Tour de Fleece. And I said during the summer party that I was going to make a dress for my doll that I've had since I was like 3-ish. I've cut the dress out. And I made a diaper. So she is getting clothes. It's a Christmas dress. Mary said, Kimberly, they naturally molt feathers and grow new. In heaven, she will have the most beautiful feathers ever. Mary, that's so sweet. That's right. She'll have her best suit of feathers she ever had. Lana said, I have a necklace with some of my husband's ashes in the heart. It helps me feel like he's always with me. I think that that's really important, that we start doing whatever things we do, you know, to help us process the grief. I don't know what the right words are. I'm not a therapist, obviously. I wouldn't be so crazy. Margaret said, I preferred spinning it before I dyed it. I tried both ways. Kim said, I saw a post that someone put a collar around the water bowl and used it as a memorial planter for their pet. I thought it was cute. That is really cute. It is. Carrie said, good that she'll have clothes in this weather. Poor thing. That poor doll. I'm trying to figure out, like, should I make her a little headband with a with a bow on it? Is this weird? I don't even really care. I am crazy, but you know what? I don't mind. Amanda said, Trish, you are not crazy. I think I am. But it could be so much worse, right? It really could. Kim said, I did glass ash necklaces for my brother's best friends when he passed. Got one myself. He comes with me everywhere. I love that. Chris said, crazy like a fox. Sometimes I'm smart, not all the time. Crystal, you know what? Let me tell you the story about what happened to those clothes. So when I was a little kid, I had tons of Barbies, like many of us did. And I had this empty beer case box that had all the clothes, Barbie clothes in it. And I put her clothes in that, and then my mom gave it to my sister. My sister got all the Barbies, all the clothes, and all of Jessica's clothes, poor thing. And she didn't even have the doll. Crystal said, should I post Tanner and show you that you're not crazy? Definitely. And Mary said, some people don't want reminders. Some people want something to hold on to. Whatever it takes to ease our own hearts. No one else feels how you do. I totally agree with that. And like, I was just thinking about this week. Christmas always makes me think of it. After my sister passed, and it was like May of that year, that Christmas, I was getting ready to make her favorite cookies. And I had a special cookie cutter that I used every year. And I opened the drawer and I looked at it and I was like, I said to John, I just have to throw this away. I can't look at this. And he goes, just put it for this year, just put it away. And someday you're going to look at it and instead of wanting to cry, you're going to smile. And so I think for me, that was like advice that I really needed at that time. Like, don't do anything on the impulse. You know what I'm saying? That you can't undo. But it was so cute. And you know what? He was right. I use it now every year. And now I smile. Eileen said, hey guys, help Trish out. Don't forget to press the like button. I still have a drum carder to give away when we hit 10,000 subscribers. So if you're sharing and liking and doing all those things, we're going to more quickly get that drum carder. I mean, I have it. It's here. Tanya said, whoop whoop, the courier just delivered my dies. That's exciting. What did you get? Susie said, everyone grieves differently. It's so true. Oh. Carrie said, Dan, subscribe. Just now? Isn't it funny? Because, like, I watch Kai all the time, and John was like, I'm going to subscribe so I can see these, like, see Kai's videos even when you're not watching. It's interesting. Amanda said, I didn't like that my mom did the same thing. You don't need it anymore. I think you're saying let your sister have it. Hand-me-downs to the kids. Last week. You guys are funny. But I do hate to ask for you guys to have to do anything. So I don't usually ask. But it's only going to help you if we get to 10,000. Because someone is going to get a drum carder. Or I guess if they're a weaver, I'll have to figure out something kind of similar to give. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Won't we? We'll just figure it out. Don't even worry. It'll be fine. Right? Oh, let your sister have it, Amanda said. When it was closed, I didn't care. Eileen said, I want it, but I would really hate you to go bankrupt paying postage. You know what? The bigger it is, the like more spread out the postage is. I don't know how to explain it. Like the less it is per pound, I would still ship it to you if you want it, Eileen. Because I shipped warping bars to England a pretty significant number of times. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not horrible. Oh, Danielle, you got a whole hour. What are you talking about? You got a whole hour. And same to you, Tanya. If you win it, it's going to you. It doesn't matter. Hello, Rebecca. Kimberly said, yesterday in my spinning 3 class, I ran 3.5 ounces of Wensleydale locks through the drum carder at the shop. Now I have such a fluffy bat. Spinning now. We'll share pictures in the group. Interesting. Hello, Kathy. Kim asked, Trish, would you be interested in giving dyeing lessons? I've watched all your videos and maybe it's nerves, but I have this hesitation that I'm going to mess it up. I would love to learn to dye yarn. Kim, okay. In 2022, I don't think it's going to start till the beginning of February. I am going to be doing some classes, and the first 1 or 2 acid dyeing classes will be like more of a, I'm trying to think of how to say this, like very step by step, so you know pretty much what you're going to get. And I think that might take away the fear for some people. That's why I'm going to do it that way to begin with. So they're coming. Once they're closer to being done, it'll be more like out and explained and all that stuff. But yes, because I didn't realize, well, a couple things, but I didn't really realize people were going to want to learn that way. I thought that when I first started my channel, I thought I was just going to kind of like sort of vlog whatever I was doing. And also, it does seem like whenever I'm giving how I do things, some people are like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. So I kind of hesitated, but now I'm doing it. You don't have to save. It won't be like that. Danielle H said, if I want to make the drive into Michigan so you wouldn't even need to ship the carter. Are you in Indiana? You hardly can drive into Michigan if you're not in Indiana. Margarita said, I go to South Bend every summer. I'd be happy to stop by your place and pick up my towels and my drum carder. Well, your towel, these are Christmas towels. You don't want to wait. Oh, Julie, yay, thanks. So it's Ontario. Yes, you can drive it here from Ontario. Part of the reason I'm not explaining it more is because I am still looking at 2 different platforms and having kind of a hard time deciding, but I do know how I want it to work and all that. So yes, Lee Olson asked, will you also be doing newbie spinning classes? One of the first ones will be like you're a brand new spinner. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Eileen said, I want to learn from you. I love your colorways. One of them in 2022 is planned to be a little bit about color theory, the way I learned it and the way I think about it. So that might help. It's kind of hard to explain your color sense, but I'm just going to talk about it, and I don't know. Margarita, you're hilarious. They'll be on my in my Etsy shop as soon as they're ready. I hope on Monday I'll be washing and hemming them. That's tomorrow. Just in case you didn't know how the days of the week work, tomorrow's Monday. I think I'm down to like 3 to go. Elizabeth, that's what I'm talking about. Elizabeth said, how would we purchase class Etsy Patreon? So see, this is so hard to explain. I'm going to have to announce it and explain it when we get there, because I'm still not completely set up. Like I said, I'm looking at 2 different platforms. I don't really like Patreon's platform as much. I mean, no shade to anybody who uses it, because it's, for a long time, it was like the only kind of thing out there. But there's so much out there now. And a lot of them are improving their like community platforms because they understand that people are avoiding Facebook because of all the stuff. Margarita, you will not. You're funny. Why don't you message me on Facebook and then can send you the pictures when they're ready before they go in the shop. Eileen said just dropped a skein of Dorset horn and some grape Kool-Aid. I cannot think of an easier way to dye wool. So there will be one of dyeing with the drink mix. You guys are so hilarious. Deborah, hi. How's Ohio? Are you feeling sad today? You all right? I didn't know what was going on. And then we had some Ohio friends that were mentioning that their Ohio State didn't win. Mary said, I forgot it was Sunday, but then again, I don't do holidays, so days get lost easy this time of year. Yep. Okay, thanks, Margarita. So yeah, I'll send you a picture. You might have missed it. No, I did say while you were here. My stepmother saw the picture and she was like, I need 2 of those. So I also have to send her pictures. Okay, Deborah's doing great. So you don't care about Ohio State. It's a really big deal to a lot of people. Margaret said I often use food coloring for dyeing. I end up with some lovely colors. That was my second way of dyeing. My first way of dyeing repeatedly. The Wilton's gel colors, if anybody's ever used them, and you really can get some great color with those. They're awesome. And that was my first class for creative, how do you say it? Fabrica? That's how I want to say it. Hello, Script Goddess is here, and Stephanie. Oh, I almost knocked my lamp down. Do the Wiltons last? You mean the last class? Oh, Stephanie just got her sock extravaganza kit. We're sold out too. Tracy said I use food color too. Never done black. Will it break? Probably. I mean, I don't really mind it, but Elizabeth said, I watched your dyeing intro for your class, and my son heard you say, when I started dyeing in 2007, and he thought you meant dying, and he started laughing so hard he fell off the couch. That's awful. Kim said I use them, but for frosting. Haven't done cakes in years. Then you have them in the house. Hello, Nikki. Mary said I use Wilton's gel on some hand spun, I'm thinking, mohair, and it's beautiful. Hung them out on the line to dry, and they faded at least 50%. Really? No, I'm lying. I do still have a shawl that I did with Wilton's, but it's been in a box. Like, I keep it in a hat box. Script Goddess. So I don't know if the light would fade it. That was why I said I keep it in a box. I don't know. Script Goddess said, won't be typing much. Weaving a string of Christmas gift dishcloths on my Leclerc floor loom. Christmas dishcloths. I knew you meant hand spun. Tanya said, I was watching an old vid of John dyeing. Haven't finished it yet. He's funny. He's dyed with me a couple times, and if it's the one with the red and the purple, oh my gosh, he used so much dye. I was rinsing that forever, but he still wears the hat. He was wearing it today. Margaret said, I tried black food coloring. It was a carbon black. It absorbed really quickly, seemed set, but on rinsing, it spat it all back at me, and the wool was a pale silver, and even that leaked. Interesting. Margaret said, my Wilton dyeing has not faded. I'm trying to think if I have anything else still. Well, John did have a hat that he dyed, 100 million years ago, and over time, like, it did fade, but we had it for more than 10 years. Bye, Crystal. Crystal said, all right, I have to go. Have a good day. Rest of y'all's day. I can't read today. What's up with that? I'm going to the eye doctor like in a week, so maybe that'll make it better. Probably not. Elizabeth said, per Chemnitz, food coloring fades in sunlight, but is otherwise similar to commercial acid dyes. Dyes also lighten while drying. Elizabeth said, I don't care where you teach. I just want to make sure I don't miss out. I need tons of help with spinning. I am still producing corkscrews. Okay. Well, you won't miss out. It'll be announced. It'll be out there. It'll be announced on Facebook and here. So don't worry. Don't worry. Again, like I said, Kathy, none. Kathy said, how many drinks today, Trish? Just water. This is water, I swear. Tanya said, every time I've dyed with black food coloring, it's broken but never faded. That's why when, Tracy said, will it break? I said, probably. The black is like, I don't think I've ever had it not break. I don't mind, but I kind of like that. I am sure. Mary said, I forgot the part I hung them on became full sun in the late day, so maybe it was sun bleach. I bet it was the light. Oh, you guys, thank you. I'm having a hard time just like finding the time for it right now, but that's why I think it'll be beginning of February, because December is going to be busy. Oh gosh, Lisa, I don't even remember. I want to say it depended. Elizabeth said, can you clarify? Are dishcloths and dish towels the same thing? I live in New England and we just use paper towel. So for me, they're different because I like my dishcloths. This is so specific, but I am weird like this. I like my dishcloths to be like small. They're probably a 12 to 14 by 12 to 14, and they're thicker because I'm going to get them wet and I'm probably going to use some sort of soap or cleanser or whatever with them. And then the towels are a little bit thinner, and I would say they're like 18 by 25, something like that, 26. So they're bigger, but they're thinner because I want them to dry really fast. And I hate paper towels. Danielle said, knit sock question for a newbie, 2 or 3 ply, and how many wraps per inch when done? Okay. 2 or 3 ply is whatever you want and like. I usually do 3, but I don't think there's any like rhyme or reason. And I used to do 2 all the time. Anything you like. And for wraps per inch, I like about 21-ish when done. That's like a fingering weight yarn. Tanya said, yeah, you never know what you're going to get. Like life, like a box of chocolates. Sometimes I've gotten kind of like the black breaking. Sometimes I've gotten purples out of it. Sometimes I've gotten greens out of it. Or both. Eileen said, as long as you don't think you have to be perfect before you dare to do a class, I like you just the way you are already. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not changing the way I teach stuff. I'll be more specific and slow down and talk about each step a little more, but I'm still going to be myself because I don't know how to be anyone else. Julie said, I would love to know how to reattach a broken ply when chain plying. I can do that without tears or not speaking to the cat for a week. I can do that. Script Goddess said, dish towels dry dishes, dishcloths wash dishes. Elizabeth said, Okay, so what weight do you use for each? So when I do dishcloths, I use worsted. And when I do dish towels, I like 8-2, but I double it in the warp and single it in the weft because I'm particular and I'm also a little odd. Not gonna lie. Mary said I'd enjoy some dyeing classes way back when I was, I don't know what that says. Dyeing classes on Craftsy and they were technical overload. I don't do that, Mary. I actually don't think a lot of that stuff makes sense because like changing your water pH, you can work with it. So you don't need to change it. That's trying to establish yourself as an expert and it's you know what I think. Yes, Tanya said dish towels here are tea towels. That's right. Script Goddess said I didn't know this. Dish towels are normally rectangular. Dishcloths are square, at least in my house. Hi, Mel. Mel's here. Mel finished her first, I think it's first, hand spun sweater, right? Lisa asked, do you ever use 8/4 cotton and can you warp it doubled or will that be too thick or bulky for dish towels? You can do it. You might want to change your heddle size, but you could do it single. In the same size heddle, so like a 12 or 12.5. Does it look like I'm just going like this in air? Carrie said, I'm so glad you're not changing your methods. You don't need to. You don't need to get all crazy and technical. It's so nonsensical. Mary said, before I took my back out, I was a concerned machinist. What's concerned mean? I live technical exact 24/7. My hobbies are not. Mel, how is it? I wanted to ask you that. Mel said, thanks for all the advice last night on that bleeding skein. You know what I saw, it didn't look that horrible. And there are certain colors like Dharma turquoise bleeds so much. I don't even use it because I find it very annoying. There's other turquoises that don't bleed that much, so I'd rather just. Lisa said, your way of teaching is helping me to be brave in my spinning, dyeing, etc. That is so wonderful. Yes. What's the worst thing that happens, right? Oh, okay. All right. Lisa said, okay, thanks. Elizabeth said, sorry I can't help Julie Riddle, but I have had to join yard in multiple projects to... Julie said, in class, will you wear a head mic like Madonna? Probably. And then I'll wear it out in public just to make sure everyone knows I'm cool like Madonna. Can you imagine? Oh, it's so funny. Script Goddess said, I use 8/4 cotton for warp and weft single right now on a 12 dent heddle. I mean, that should come out sort of like reasonably close. Kimberly said, Trish, will you be giving weaving instructional videos asking for a husband with a 48-inch floor loom that's still sitting idle? I don't, maybe. I kind of still feel like I'm on the struggle bus with the floor loom, although this project and the last one, I have felt like, and I told John this, like I feel like I'm not an expert and it's not perfect, but I finally feel like, okay, I'm getting in the groove. And it took a solid year of not being decidedly in the groove. Like the groove was here and I was like way over here, nowhere near the groove. Lisa said the worst that happens is that I learn a way not to do something. You're right. Exactly. Hey, Cindy. Hello. Carrie, she has cones. Oh my goodness. So many. Elizabeth said, if you wear the mic, you need to bedazzle some yarn cones and make a bustier. Oh, he still has it. Toss it over. John just brought this. I can't believe you still have. I thought we threw this out.
It's so felted.
Did you take it out of the trash?
No. I never threw it out. You didn't throw it out.
This was dyed with Wilton's in like about 2008 or 9, right?
Probably. It's a little felted and it fits like a yarmulke.
Did you hear that? Oh. If
Fits
it's
you just fine.
because I have a pinhead.
I look like I'm wearing the little El Toro tequila.
Thank you. Oh. Rowena said I have a heap of white merino that I need to dye Madonna. Kim asked, can you direct warp with a floor loom? You can. I put like a 10-yard warp on my loom, so I don't... Julie just said I peed. Yay! You know it's good then. Right now I have a 10-yard warp on my loom, so that would be really hard to do. But it is possible to do. People do it. Tanya is watching. He was wearing the new one today. Did you hear him say it's so felted now that it's like a yarmulke on his big Shrek head? It makes me laugh. Kathy asked how's the puppy doing? He's been 100% fine. But I'm still gonna talk to the vet when we go next time, and I'm watching him really closely. He's been completely fine. Can you even see him? Not really. He's getting ready to leave. John, not Luther. Luther's not going anywhere. So Mel didn't have time yet to heat set that yarn. I really want to see how it comes out, but that's beautiful. It turned out really great. Your spinning did, I mean. Carrie said, I just put you on our giant TV and now I can see Luther. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Was it good? Sam said, I finally got broadband in rural Oregon, so I'm in the process of catching up on videos since March. Sam, way to go! You've done a lot of vids lately. You know, it's kind of funny because for the longest time, I struggled to get my editing done. Like, I just struggled with it. I think I just procrastinated because I didn't like it. And I've gotten to the point now where I don't mind it at all. So I can just sit down and get through and edit really quickly. Oh no. Oh, okay. Script Goddess said my brake just broke on my floor loom. Dang. Your brake broke or did the string break? Dawn said, Trish, if he has another seizure, take your phone out and record it. The vet will learn more from seeing it than you trying to describe it. Just FYI, I will do that. That's a good idea. Melanie, hi, how are you? Eileen said, oh my gosh, Sam, I don't know how you got through all the lockdowns. Honestly, how did any of us make it through that? Oh, what a crazy time to be alive, right? And be adults and I don't know. But I think about back when the Spanish flu was happening and how lucky we were that now we have internet, we can work from home and do all that stuff. I know not everyone could, believe me, but a lot more people could. Mel said, thanks. Once I got my hands far enough apart, it was easier. It happens a lot. Script Goddess said, the little clip that looks like a staple, it unbent. It was super rusty when I got it, and I think it's just too weak and unbent. Oh. All right. Carrie said, I feel like the speech therapy is working well enough that I might be able to revisit my ideas for YouTube INT. What does that mean? Your interest? Interest? Oh, YouTubing. You should go for it. And you know, I don't know how you feel about your speech. That matters more about how you feel than anybody else. But I hope that, I would hope that you wouldn't let that slow you down. It's part of, what you're doing right now, what your life is right now. And there will be a lot of people who understand. And then there will always be those idiots who think they have something to say. But we all, if you go on YouTube, that you get that. It happens. Sam said, Eileen, I've been fixing up a rundown farmhouse. I've been too busy to notice. That's awesome. Kim said we made it through because we had hobbies to keep us distracted. 100%. Dawn said I learned to spin. Bye, Chris. And Dawn said it saved her. Thanks for coming. Hope you have a good week. And I hope you're feeling good. I was thinking about that just today. I wonder how Chris is actually feeling. Carol asked, I'd be interested to hear what anybody thinks about this. I want to buy a picker. Is it worth it? So, I have not bought a picker yet because I don't mind hand picking, but I think good. Okay, Cindy answered. Kimberly said, praying for Luther. My Rhodes is just as attached to codependent with me. He comes to the state lab with me and hangs out in my office. It's good to be the supervisor. I used to take him with me when I worked at the art center sometimes, and people loved it. I worked like every once in a while in the box office because I managed it, and I thought it was good for me to work there once in a while so that I really knew what problems they were having and all that. And I would take him with me, and people just loved it. Cindy said, some people love pickers, but I'll say that I got one and not too thrilled with using it. You have to be careful with what fibers you put in because it just seems to shred some fibers. So that's one of the things, what Cindy said, that has kept me from doing it, because I do feel like I'm afraid that they're going to get torn up. And Mary said, I made it through because it didn't really change my life. Oh. Carol said I had a broke foot during lockdown. I hope you're better now, Carol. Carrie said, thank you. I feel like I'd have to explain it every time. Dan is watching with me. He said he's going to narrate them like Morgan Freeman. It's so funny because have you ever seen the like makeup guru videos where they have their husband or boyfriend or whatever narrate while they like put their makeup on? So funny. Dawn said spinning in the fact that hubby and son both still had to work. Oh. Lisa said, I've ruined more fleece with a picker than I did hand picking. Interesting. Bye, Tanya. She said, my daughter's here for a visit. Have fun, people. Are you leaving, babe?
Yes.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you too, babe.
Sam said, I admit when I was stuck in the city last winter, I picked up both weaving and spinning, so. Nikki has a swing picker and doesn't like it. What do you not like about it? Julie said, same here, Dawn. Pandemic brought me here and I'm so thankful. I do feel that way. I feel like the pandemic, like good things did come out of it. Excuse me. Cindy said, agree, Lisa. I'd rather flick or pick the locks open. Oh. Carol said, well, sounds like a waste of money. Thank you. I think it does depend on what kind of fibers you usually would need to pick. Because you can't, I know you can't put really fine ones in there or they will get torn up. I think mine was more mental. Like I was just afraid it might get torn up. Lisa said it brought me here too and I'm very grateful. Oh. Yeah, Lisa, we probably never even would have met. Nikki said it just doesn't work as well as flicking or hand pick. That is why I got the electric carder, so that I could pick while I am carding at the same time. John has picked fleeces for me before. Like, he would sit down with our daughter and they'd pick a whole fleece for me. It was awesome. Tracy said bye too. He's putting his boots on. Oh, Lisa said, I think there's adjustment you can make to work with some wools. Lori M said, brought me here too. I'm loving every minute. You didn't have flooding like in your house, right, Lori? I'm pretty sure you said that last week, but I'm annoying my dog now. And I don't feel bad. Hey, before you go, will you grab my sock for me?
Where is it?
I think it's upstairs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're the best.
I'm going to have to walk through the house with my boots on.
Okay. Did you hear that? He said I'm going to have to walk through the house with my boots on because he's gotten in trouble for that a few times. Maybe once or twice. Oh, good. Lori said none here. Yes, Carrie, normally that song, I cannot stop myself from singing that song. In fact, when our kids were here for Thanksgiving, one of them sang it and I was like, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have fun.
All right, maybe I'll see you later.
Okay. Julie said, Carrie, I have emphasis from brain infection. Not so bad anymore, and people are good at trying to fill in blanks forms, sometimes hilariously. Hi, Marie. Marie just got aphasia. Marie just got done with Christmas lights. My mom has like mild aphasia, so I'm pretty used to it. Lisa said, sorry I'm peeling apples while listening. This last fleece I tried and ruined. With the picker, I found I could adjust the swing level so it didn't destroy the fibers so much. Interesting. Carol said, I live close to farmers that raise Dorsets, and I will hand pick. Oh my gosh. Carrie said, Dan and I sing it to each other. I cannot, if I say you're the best, it is like painful for me not to sing the song. So that hurt a little. Hi, Kat. She said, hi, late as ever. Have a good excuse today, though I have COVID. Oh, no. How are you doing? Bye, Julie. Thank you. It's nice to see you. Carrie said, yeah, Julie, yes, that's a fun part of it. Love you too. She said, Julie, also the dark humor jokes are fun. So, Kat, I hope you're recovering now. Our granddaughter has it. She just texted John last night and she was like, well, I've lost my sense of smell and taste. And John said, yeah, Grandma lost it about 5 days in, which is about where she's in. So she is almost 14. I cannot believe that. What happened to our babies? Carrie said to Kat, I hope you recover quickly. Venus said, were you talking about the song from The Karate Kid? Yeah. Of course. He did not know the song when I started singing it to him. Like, how? Oh, here's Rhonda. Oh, bye, Elizabeth. She said, I have to go catch the rest on the replay. Have a great week. Darn clients, darn jobs. Lisa said, I hope you feel better. I still don't have my sense of my smell, and it's been a month. Melanie said, I'm dog sitting for my daughter in D.C. Kat said, thanks, Trish. Yep, lost mine yesterday, day 7 today, and thought I was doing better, and then I overdid it in the garden because I'm a brat, and I can't sit still for too long. You are going to get better. Carrie said, OMG, sweep his leg. Sweep the leg! Lori said, what's on the needles today? Ooh, Melanie's sister went to Belize. Your sister, right? Yeah. Oh, daughter. Your daughter. Wow. So, it is the second sock. I was knitting the first one last week. I'm having trouble drafting this yak silk, so I decided to wait. So the first one's done, and now I'm working on the second one. But yeah, I can't, if I say you're the best to him, normally that song follows. I held it in though. Who'd ever come back if they had to listen to me singing? It's bad enough when I say welcome back. Hey, Kai. I will say, Kat, like, unless you are one of those people who really get sick, you're probably about to start feeling a little bit better. I'm sorry. It's awful. Yep. Carrie said, no, you're here at the perfect time. You're right where you're supposed to be. Melanie said, Rhonda said, Melanie, I grew up near D.C. My brother still lives in the area in Maryland. I want to go visit him and go to Maryland Sheep and Wool. It's fun. Maryland Sheep and Wool Fleece Market is, I don't even know how to describe it. Oh my gosh, it's really snowing still. Kim said, oh, we would come back. The singing is one of my favorite things. If you lived here, you wouldn't say that. Because I sing all day. I make up words to songs, which is something my mom did, and I thought she was so strange for doing when I was a kid, and now I'm doing it. I'm turning into my mother. Melanie said, I'm working on 2 at a time toe-up socks. My dyed sock blank will be next. How fun is that? Kat said, I hope so. This gal doesn't do sitting on her bum doing nothing very well. I get it. I really, when I was sick, it was almost a year now. It's like 10 months. And I remember feeling like not only am I not supposed to do anything and just rest, but I can't do things. And that was a very not fun. Lisa said, I sing all the time too. They all ignore me now. He's pretty much an ignorer. Last night he was laughing so hard. We went out to dinner and he was laughing so hard. Both of us were laughing. Kim said we would be best friends. My cat walks away when I start singing. What rude. Kai said, going to set up a weaving project right now while we chat. That's good. Carrie said, I made up new words to Oh Christmas Tree. They were about my dying dinosaur sweater. Things got dark. We have jokes about Christmas songs that we've changed the words to. Holly Jolly Christmas is one of them. There's a bunch. Lori said, I woke up today singing Winter Wonderland. What's up with that? Who knows? Rhonda said, we used to make up songs for the kids when they were little. Now they do it too. Love to sing even if I don't sound great. I mean, I don't really think I sound great, but music can just like make you feel better. Danielle said, okay, I just did a test and chain plied. I got about 17 wraps per inch. I think that'll work okay for socks. I think that's probably on the edge of sport. No, say, I think that'll work okay for socks was the question. I still need to go out and get needles to test it out, just looking up a vanilla sock pattern. I don't have it right with me, but look up the wraps per inch for sport, because I'm guessing that's sport. And that would be good for socks. I like sport weight socks. John does too. Katie said my mom used to make up words to songs and even make up new songs. It was one of my favorite things about her. I do it all the time. All the time. Yeah, Bonnie said the COVID fatigue is extreme. It lasts a long time too, but it like gets better and better and better. So Dawn said my husband does that too. He sings made up songs even while shopping. I will sing them anywhere. Kay said, don't you hate it when the artists get the lyrics wrong? I do. Oh my God. Mel, I am 100% Linda Belcher. I love that you just said that. She said, my kids tease me that I'm like Linda Belcher. I always, when I watch her, I tell John, like, I feel like I am her. And he's like, you are her. Kat said, yeah, 2 rounds of a sock and I need a nap. Carrie said, it's so wonderful to have fun like that with your spouse. It's the best. I've told you before. I told my son once, because he was like, sometimes when I'm getting ready for bed or I'm laying in bed, I can hear you guys laughing. And I was like, if you don't have that with someone, don't get married. Because you know, that's going to make your whole life better. Hello, Linky Mania. First time here. I currently have my first 2-ply yarn in some hickory nut dye. I've never heard of hickory dyeing. Susie said, my kids tell me they don't understand how I can take any song and change the words for everything. Susie, it's a talent. I don't understand how you can not. How about that? Kimberly said, I just bought my first jacquard acid dyes yesterday. Exciting. Started with 6 colors, all 3 primaries, emerald green, black, and gunmetal gray. Going to practice on the sock extravaganza fibers. That's fun. Kat said, one of my favorite films. Have you seen The Long Kiss Goodnight, where he's getting dementia and sings his daily tasks to himself? Love that. I have not seen it, but I'm going to have to look it up. Wait a minute. Have I seen it? Maybe I have. Rhonda said, Trish, are you still giving plasma? They're stopping the program here. But I have been. And I think it's like 2 more months. So yes. I haven't been in a few weeks though, just because I've been super busy. So I'm healed up, which is actually a good time to go ahead and get going. I was actually thinking tomorrow morning I would head down there. Michelle said, hello, Trish and Fiber Tribe. Late again. You're not late. You're right where you're supposed to be. But made it. Funny, we make up words to songs, to all types of songs all the time. I love it. Rico. I don't know if I should call you Rico or Peace. But, yo. Carrie said, oh Lord, my oldest daughter tells me I'm Linda Belcher too. You know what? You could do worse than being Linda Belcher. Okay. Bye, Mel. Hurry back. Hi, Sally. Script Goddess is off to the hardware store. Uh-oh. Gonna try to MacGyver a fix. Oh, for the loom. With S-hooks. Wish me luck. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, Linky Mania is from Indiana too. Oh, don't say that. Yeah, Carrie said Long Kiss Goodnight. Is that the action movie with Gina Davis? I have seen it, but not for quite a while, so maybe I'll watch it again. Kimberly said, we laugh so hard at a private joke sometimes that all it takes is a look to get us laughing again. It's wonderful being married to your best friend. It is. It's like slumber party all the time, right? Oh, I got some new 8-2 cotton. That's fun. I actually just got some too. I got a brand new brand. So I'm going to be talking about it when I can use it and try it out. I couldn't get the colors that I wanted from Great Northern because they're out of so many colors. So I ordered a few Valley yarns from Webb's. Sometimes that's frustrating though, because Webb's sometimes, oh gosh, I shouldn't say this because they'll never sponsor my channel if I say it. But I feel like they ship kind of slowly sometimes, but they got them out pretty quickly. It wasn't bad. Okay, I gotta check how much further. Nope. Oh, hi. What's up? Well, thanks. Carrie said we love your truthfulness. I appreciate that. Danielle said, "Hi Trish, I'm sure I missed this, but what is that gorgeous fiber beside you? This stuff or this? Because I have two gorgeous fibers beside me. Which one? I guess I could just tell you both. It's not that hard to do. So this one is a custom blend that I did, and it is called Ice Queen. And it's actually, it looks like blue, but it's got like some gray, some pink, and then sparkle in it. Okay, the light blue. So I ordered it from like one of those places where they'll do the custom fiber blends, and I was gonna try it out today, but I'm having trouble. Well, whatever. So I'm having trouble with this wheel because one of my whirls has to go back. Whatever. So I couldn't do it. And then this one, because Lisa said both, is the Yak Silk from Deep Dyed Yarns that I got at the Michigan Fiber Festival. And again, trouble with the wheel. But I'll just go to a different wheel until the whirl is fixed. Carrie said that blue makes me want to play with my drum carder. Well, earlier this year I ordered 3 custom blends, and they're just getting here. One of them should have been here last week, and now it's not going to be here till tomorrow. So they'll be in the shop. So this one will be in the shop starting tomorrow. I just haven't been able to get a good picture because I need natural light. Oh, and I'm getting fiber stuck to me. Susie said, "So excited, I'm finally binding off on the collar of my Comfort Fade Cardi. Oh, I only have the sleeves left. Trying to finish in time for Advent knitting." What are you knitting for your Advent knitting, Susie? Is it socks? Teresa said, "How is the new wheel coming along? Have you spun on it yet?" Yes, and I love it, and I'm not selling it. There's no way it's going anywhere. Cindy was right about the minstrel. Others of you were also right. It's staying here. I love it. Kat said, "Going to have to go already. My lovely husband is making me a delicious dinner that I won't be able to taste, bless him. I guess this no taste thing will be good for the waistline. Have a good week." Bye, Kat. I hope you feel better soon. I'm glad that, you're not like really, really sick, even though I know it's bad to feel cruddy. Bonnie said the only time I bought from Webb's, they sent me 10 balls in 3 different dye lots. There was a big difference between dye lots. It was acrylic, so not hand dyed. What a bummer. Welcome back, Chris. Rico said, "Where did you get the hands-shaped sock machine?" Oh, I was like, what? Your hands are just making a sock so effortlessly. I practice an inordinate number of hours. If you practice 10,000 hours, you can probably do it too. Kimberly said, "I ordered 8 ounces of each colorway from the November Paradise Fibers bag. Can't wait to decide what to make." I have not spun the mum yet, but I can't wait. Oh, Okay, so Susie said, I have a Moonglow yarn advent calendar. That's so fun. I'm knitting the Adventure Shawl by Amba. Is that right? O'Brien. How are you, Chris? We're all pretty okay, except for Kat has COVID. And Lisa Seidenstrang still can't smell anything. But you know, at least you're feeling better. Are you still tired, Lisa S? I'm assuming you must be still at this point. Maybe I'm not really knitting at all. Wouldn't that be funny if I was just like sitting here with needles like people in the movies, just kind of like making the movements? Oh, also, please tell me someone else has watched A Castle for Christmas on Netflix. Kimberly said, I'm considering using both a knitting windswept cardigan again. Lisa said, not too bad sometimes. Sometimes, but it's much better. Yeah. It took a while. I feel like in the afternoons I was tired for a while. Kim said, I have a question to the knitters. I've been struggling with tennis elbow in both arms. I was doing so much better, but my arms are starting to get sore again. How do you prevent this? I do not use my elbows. I mean, you can see my elbows aren't moving. Chris said, oh no, I'm sorry. Well, she thinks she's starting to get better, but she overdid it. Carrie said, my friend Bonus Mom gave me a homemade advent project with some of her minis. How fun is that? Cindy said, I just saw an ad for that. Definitely need to watch it. Heard it has knitting in it. So yes, it has a knitting group in a pub in Scotland. T.S., that's what I want to do with the rest of my life. Is just like sit in a pub in Scotland with a knitting group. And they totally like become Brooke Shields' best friends. I mean, the movie is not good. Let me say that. But I love bad movies. Kim said, I watched it. It was okay. I did like her dresses. I only care about the knitting group. The last dress I liked. The like Christmas dress. Carol said it was at least 8 months to not have COVID fatigue. I hope she feels better quick. I don't think I had it that long. Oh, Susie said, get a pillow and hold it on your lap. That's for the tennis elbow. Carrie said I switch between crafts often too. Cindy said, right? I don't know what you're agreeing with, Cindy, but I'm guessing it's sitting in Scotland in a pub with knitters. I'm going to say that because that's what I wanted to be. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Marie asked, what is Advent knitting? Lori said, Trish, will you be putting the 6 blanks you made in your shop? You mean the bare ones or the dyed ones? I might. I'm going to make one for John for this Tuesday video, but I might put them in there. Dawn said my granddaughter, 4 years old, tested positive for COVID, flu, and RSV. Wait, all at once? Kristen said I would only watch it to see Carrie Elways. I was not. I was not in love with his performance, but he's okay. Kim said, tennis elbow is more of the muscle going from the wrist to the elbow, so when my elbows started getting sore, I know I'm knitting too much. Okay, so what? Yeah. Okay, Cindy, I see you. I knew that you were agreeing with me on that. Carol said, my dream is to go to Shetland Wool Week. What a dream. Can you imagine? Bye, Lisa. I will be contacting you. She said she has to go. Great to see everyone. Have a great week. Honestly, I really want to go to Ireland and Scotland, and I also want to go to the Scandinavian countries. That's a long story, but I really want to. Susie said, Advent knitting is opening my Advent calendar every day and knitting my newest mini into a project. But that would start on the 1st of December. Rico said, switch up your knit style. Def, don't wrap your fingers for tension to help forearm soreness. You could try Portuguese knitting. Kim said, Susie, into one project or in individual projects? I think it's just one project, isn't it, Susie? Dawn said, yes, all at once. She was at urgent care and got antibiotics and cough meds. She's feeling better, but being retested, waiting for results now. How could she have all that at once? Poor little thing. Tanya K. said, massaging your forearms may help. My chiropractor would run his thumb up the crease between the muscles as I move my hand from a fingers up to a fingers down position. Ooh, so where does it hurt? Does it hurt on the front of your forearm, like up here? I would try Portuguese knitting. Cindy said the same thing. I was going to suggest Portuguese. And also, you get the bonus of a really awesome pearl. Rebecca asked, has anyone been to the Estes Wool Festival? I'm going to Colorado next year and wonder if I should add it to my wish list to go. I've only been to Estes Park once, so no. Kim said, no, sorry. Susie said, I'm just knitting mine into one project. Sorry, I'm fixing my stitch. I got a little kooky. See, it happens. Kim said I can knit both continental and English. I don't get as sore as quickly with English. I can do both, but I never do English. Marie said, I think it would be great to have a group of us going as a tour group to the Scottish Festival. Yes. Eileen said, I think my yarn was sport weight also, still knitted on a 2.25 millimeter US 1, and I love them. That would just make a nice firm sock. I mean, depends on your gauge, right? Oh, Michelle is going to make the Papillon shawl. How fun is that? With earth yarn from Paradise. I've used earth once. It was unique earth. It was a struggle. But I don't know. It was probably just the skein I had. Tracy said, yes, Marie, so fun. Can you imagine? Dawn said, I don't know. She's been going to preschool and taking tumbling too, so I don't know. That is just so much for the little body to handle all at once. Sally said, I want to go to the Wool Festival in Louisville, Kentucky next year. What is that one? I don't know if I know that one. Susie said, Estes is a couple hours from where I live. Kim said, both sides and both arms. I've done physical therapy and they told me it could take me a long time to heal. Oh, I took a year off of knitting, kayaking, and other fun things. How awful. And Deborah said, let's do that trip. I'm telling you. The only thing is, John would have to go. He can be an honorary knitter, right? Elizabeth said, I was briefly in Ireland and Scotland before knitting. I would go back in a second. Rhonda said, Estes Park Wool Festival is on my list of festivals to go to. I love Estes Park. Rhonda, thank you also for posting. I mentioned it earlier in the Facebook group about other people's holiday traditions. I definitely want to make sure everyone knows that it's all welcome. So thank you. Kimberly said, I used earth to make the vacation butterfly shawl by same designer as Papillon. Dawn said, I've been worried about her. I bet. There you go. Oh, Carrie, can you imagine? It might be bad. She said John and Dan can go and play golf. Eileen said, haha, Elizabeth, I read that all wrong. Had an image of you quickly hopping over to Ireland and Scotland this evening. Debbie said, joint pain is the worst. I went through a year of frozen shoulder on my left arm, now on 11 months of frozen shoulder on my right. Oh no. John can be our tour guide. There you go. Oh, Marie. John would be welcome by supporting you. He supports us. You know, honestly, he loves this whole deal. He thinks it's great. Sarah said, I eloped in Estes Park, been married for 15 years. We were married for 15 in October, but we got married in our living room. Debbie said, my husband's bucket list is Scotch tours in Scotland. I'm in for the sheep. Oh, Elizabeth said, don't tempt me. Wouldn't that be great? Kai said, I would love to go to Scotland. And they have a lot of sheep there. Well, it was back in October. But we just got married in our living room. We invited everyone and told them it was a housewarming and then got married. Katie said, I spent half of my childhood in Estes Park, Colorado, and the Fiber Fest there is what got me interested in spinning and weaving. Oh, that's cool. I was 15 the first time I went, and it only took me 20 years to get started. That's okay. It happened when it was supposed to happen. That's just life. It's just sometimes that happens. Like when I first heard about spinning, my mom told me about it, and I was like, why would you do that? And then I saw someone doing it, and I was like, okay. Rhonda said, you are very welcome. I love learning about other holidays and why they are celebrated. Respect for what others believe is important to me. I totally agree. And I keep thinking about, having Christmas stuff in videos and all that stuff, but that is the tradition that we celebrate. I said it earlier. Some of you guys were here, so sorry if you're hearing it again. But I want everyone to know that they're more than welcome to share whatever in, their holidays or not holidays, whatever. Kristen said, I want to go to Ireland and New Zealand. They're not close to each other. You probably knew that. Eileen said, Debbie, have you checked out Feldenkrais? I don't know. Cries for your shoulders. You could look them up by Alphonse here on YouTube. I don't know. I'm probably saying it all wrong. And check out some of his shoulder lessons. It might help you. Debbie said, we had a surprise wedding too. I don't know anyone else except you that did that. We told everyone to look at Facebook at a certain time and got married on the beach in Destin, Florida on the evening before a surprise hurricane. Whoa. Yep, Carrie said all is welcome in the tribe. It's true. I mean, I might not know about it, but I'd like to learn. It was ours was fun, Debbie. My sister met people at the door with glasses of champagne, and they were like, "What's this?" And she was like, "They're gonna get married! Yay!" And my mom's minister, so she married us. Susie said, "I want to go to New Zealand so badly. Huge Hobbit fan here. Is New Zealand letting people in yet?" Okay, Debbie said she does it, and I also use pulleys and wall finger walking. I don't know what any of this is. It's like you're speaking a different language. I love it. Kristen said, hi, I do know that. They're my top 2 wish trips. Oh my gosh, Carrie, really? She said, my sister had a surprise wedding 4 times. I had a big wedding the first time. Like, the whole thing. So I didn't want to do that this time. And, having it smaller was good for us. But I understand why people, having a big party and everything is the fun part. Just a lot of good food and some cake, and then everybody went home. That was good. But I've never told you guys this story. The night before, like, this is not a judgment of people, how people do things, but we did not sleep in the same house with our kids before the night before we got married. Well, we did a camp out, but I don't really count that. So, we were saying goodnight to them in their new rooms, and John was talking to one of the kids, and their rooms were like right next, the doors were right in a U shape. So his hand was on a different kid's door frame, and he shut the door frame and pinched the end of John's finger off. Not on purpose, it was an accident. So we were in the ER like late into the night before we got married. And all the poor people in the ER, the nurses and stuff were like, wait, you're getting married tomorrow? And we were just like, oh, wow. Carrie said, well, it was a surprise to all of us that she'd met someone all 4 times. Dang. Was it quick? Debbie said, oh no, that sounds awful but memorable. Yeah, we could always remember when he got his last tetanus shot for a long time. Rhonda said, my niece left for Taiwan on Friday. She's a ceramic engineer for Corning, and she went for work until the end of January. They had to get an emergency visa because they aren't letting people in. Oh yeah, because that's an island too, right? Oh my gosh, it was very funny. I mean, it wasn't funny, but they couldn't do anything about it either. So the end of his finger is shaped really weird, and he has to grind his nail down weird. It's a big thing. It's a whole big thing. Carrie said very, very quick. The first one, she was already married when she told us. Wow. Well, hopefully 4 was the charm. Chris said it was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. That's from a song, right? Debbie said, yeah, this new variant has me so bummed out. I've done COVID reporting since March 2020. I know, Debbie. I'm so sorry that it's bumming you out. We were talking about it this morning. Trying to like do some reading about what is actually different. You know what I mean? Oh, Michelle said, husband heard you describe John's injury and I heard him say, ow. Yeah, it was late too. It was probably like midnight-ish when it happened. So I called my mom on the way to the hospital and I was like, hey, do you think you could go to my house? The kids are alone. We're on the way to the ER. They were not that small, by the way. And she was like, yeah, okay. What's going on? And I'm like, well, actually, so John pinched the end of his finger off. Oh, Debbie said, my husband told me that for my birthday in July, I can retire. On one hand, I am excited. Well, everybody, I mean, you'll love it. You can just spin all the time. Eileen said there's a guy who wrote a book about knitting without pain and exercises and posture tips on how to prevent to prevent injuries. I will look up his name. Okay, Chris is singing. Bye, Sally. I have to go in a minute too. Rhonda said my husband says they are getting patients from New Mexico here in New Mexico here in West Central Texas because hospitals in New Mexico are full. So we're hearing that too, but we don't actually know anyone that's sick. Not saying I'm not saying that I think people aren't getting sick. I would never say that. Especially because for medical professionals, like, this is a terrible time. Sorry, babe. But they're diverting patients here from hospitals that have never done it. Bye, Kathy. Yeah. Eileen said you want to go to London and hang out with me. Maybe some other part of England. I'm not a big city person. Melissa said when my husband and I made our own wedding cake the night before we got married, when we went to cut the cake, we said it was the first thing we destroyed in our marriage, married since 2005. Oh, congratulations. Rhonda said my husband is a physician assistant. He does nephrology, kidneys. I know it's bad. Venus said my mom and dad got married on their second day. Wow! They were at Officers Club party and my dad proposed and they ran off and got married before taking my mom home so she could tell her parents. So they must have lived in a state where you could do it without the waiting period? That's crazy. I didn't know there was anywhere except for Nevada where you could get a license and get married. You know, like without, you know. Oh, Debbie said military has less rules about that. I did not know that. That's so cool. Oh. All right, okay. I'm sorry. I gotta go, you guys. I'm late on my 90 minutes anyways. But I will see you all soon. And I'm sorry, Eileen. I know you're trying to look up a name. Maybe you can post it in Facebook. I'm sorry. But I love you guys. Thanks for being here. It's nice to see you. It makes my whole Sunday. We did have an interesting discussion today, didn't we? Okay, I will see you guys soon. Have a great week. I love you.